Okay, welcome back, series finders. Tonight, we are doing a sci-fi TV night, and I am unreasonably excited. Spaceships, xenomorphs, killer AI, rebel spies, a murder robot with social anxiety, yeah, I said it, and a romance set literally in orbit. All of it. And listen, all the streaming info, every single platform where you can watch these shows, it's in the first pinned comment down below. Go check it, bookmark it, you'll thank me later. Now, we are counting down from 7 to number 1, and trust me, by the time we get there, your watch list is going to be a disaster. Let's go.
Congratulations.
For
being here.
You know how Stephen King adaptations are basically a coin flip? Sometimes you get it, sometimes you get that other thing. This one lands somewhere genuinely interesting. Psychic powers, a teenager snatched by people who should absolutely not have access to teenagers, and a facility that gives off deeply wrong energy from scene 1. I'm not pretending the reviews were glowing. 63% on Rotten Tomatoes is prestige TV for nice try, sweetie. But I kept watching because this show has something. That unexplained wrongness King does better than anyone alive.
You would not believe.
It's flawed, but flawed like a haunted house. There are structural problems, sure, but you're not leaving because something in the walls is moving. Season 2 got greenlit. The show knows it has unfinished business. So do I. The show is called The Institute, and it's only getting more dangerous from here. Set aside everything you think you know about Star Wars content, the debates, the disappointments, the last 10 years of baggage, because ANDOR is operating on a completely different level. This is a political spy thriller. It feels less like a galaxy far, far away and more like the most gripping Cold War drama you've ever seen, just with better production design. Season 1 was already being called the best thing to come out of the franchise, full stop. Season 2 somehow matched it.
let's call it war.
Every 3-episode arc hits like a gut punch. No fan service, no winking at the camera, just a show that trusts you to follow a genuinely complicated story about what it actually costs to fight a fascist empire. If you've been burned before, I get it. Watch the first episode anyway. You won't recognize it as the thing that burned you. The show is called ANDOR, and it's already legendary.
Hello, my name is Mark S. And I have of my
3 years. 3 years after that finale, which should be classified as a psychological crime, Season 2 came back and just continued being exceptional. Infuriating, stylish to an absurd degree, exceptional. Your work self and your personal self are literally two separate people. Your innie only exists inside the office. Your outie has no memory of work. Sounds like a dream until you realize the corporation running this is so comprehensively sinister that even the hallways feel threatening. This is a show where fluorescent lighting does narrative work, where a performance review is more tense than most action sequences. Season 2 answered some things, not enough, obviously, but in a way that felt earned. If you haven't started it, what are you doing? Clear a weekend. The show is called Severance, and it will consume you completely.
Hab mir das nicht ausgedacht, David. Du glaubst mir doch, oder?
Germany sent us something, and I need everyone to stop being weird about subtitles for 5 seconds because this show is worth it. A family moves into a smart home. The AI's name is Cassandra, and Cassandra is, how do I put this? Extremely invested in this family's well-being. Too invested. And the way a locked door is invested in keeping you inside. 6 episodes to completely unravel you. 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, which basically never happens, and it earns every percent.
Mit Cassandra stimmt was nicht.
The pacing is surgical. Twists you didn't see coming that feel completely inevitable in retrospect. What makes it so devastating is how current it feels. We're all inviting ambient technology into our homes. This show takes that anxiety and turns it all the way up until the dial comes off in your hand. The show is called Cassandra. Watch it with the lights on, and whatever you do, don't talk to your smart speaker after. If you've been scribbling shows down this whole time, do me a favor and hit subscribe. New lists every other day, new reasons to destroy your sleep schedule. Smash the like button too, because the algorithm needs to know we exist, and I would very much like the algorithm to know we exist. Okay, back to chaos.
I was built to protect and obey humans, and humans are idiots.
Change of pace, because not everything here is going to terrify you. Some of it is just going to make you feel things you weren't expecting to feel about a heavily armed security robot with social anxiety and a TV addiction. MURDERBOT is not what it sounds like. Not a horror show, barely even an action show, despite the action. It's about an entity that would rather watch television than interact with anyone, but keeps getting dragged into situations where it has to care. And it turns out it cares a lot. That slow, reluctant realization is handled with more emotional intelligence than most dramas built entirely around humans.
Run!
The comedy works because it's never trying to be funny. Sec Unit's internal monologue is just a constant stream of exhausted commentary while it does its job flawlessly. This is the sci-fi show you hand to someone who thinks they hate sci-fi. The show is called MURDERBOT, and it has the most human heart on this entire list.
여기서는 모두 영그램이야.
이놈의 무중력은
I see you reaching for the remote because I said romance. Stay because this show actually cares about the sci-fi part, and that changes everything. Korean drama, space station, commander who does not have time for distractions meets tourist who is very specifically that kind of distraction. Classic setup, except the space stuff isn't decorative. The orbital mechanics, the physics, the actual challenges of living in space, all of it's woven in, genuinely reminiscent of Gravity or The Martian. You're not just watching two people fall for each other, you're watching them fall for each other in an environment that is actively trying to kill everyone. Electric chemistry, stunning production, funny and warm all at once. If you've never given Korean drama a real shot, start here. The show is called When the Stars Gossip, and it hits different when you realize even the setting is rooting against them.
We have a downed spacecraft.
Here we are, the one that made me pause it, sit there for a second, and restart from the beginning just to make sure I was seeing what I was seeing. FX took a 50-year-old franchise and made something that feels new. Not just new for Alien, new for television. The retro-futuristic aesthetic is immaculate. The tension is architectural, built scene by scene until the walls are closing in. And then it goes somewhere that has nothing to do with monster mechanics and everything to do with what it means to be human, to be manufactured, to be alive. The scares aren't jump cuts and loud sounds, they're earned through atmosphere, character, and this creeping sense that no one is safe and the rules you thought you knew don't apply. It's been called a masterpiece. I don't think that's hyperbole. The show is called Alien Earth, and it is without question the best new sci-fi show of 2025. Go watch it. I'll wait. 7 shows. Drop your hot takes in the comments, share this with whoever needs a new show, and subscribe if you want this every other day. Streaming info is in the first pinned comment. Go grab it. See you at the next one.